we are going to start lesson number 19, Management of Wastewater. Students, clean water is a basic necessity of our life. We use clean water every day for drinking, bathing, washing clothes, cooking food, washing utensils, and flushing toilets, etc. When we use the water for various purposes, we make the water dirty. And the black brown water containing the leather and mix with the dirt and grease which come from the sink of kitchen, washing machine, a bathroom shower and the bathtub and goes down the drain in our house is dirty water, and this dirty water is called wastewater. Actually, the wastewater is a dirty or the polluted water that is generated due to the various human activities such as the domestic, industrial, and agricultural use. Then, when we flush the toilet, then the feces and the urine goes down the drain with water. So the filthy water which comes out from the toilet and goes into the drain is also dirty water. The wastewater may also contain the human extract. From this, we conclude that in everyday life we convert the clean water into dirty water or means the wastewater. This is essential to keep cleanliness and remain healthy. We already studied that there is a sewerage shortage. There is a serve shortage of the fresh water due to increasing population, pollution, then industrial development, mismanagement, and various other factors. So, the used water should not be wasted. Used water or the wastewater could be reused after cleaning it. The cleaning of water is a process of removing the pollutants, means the harmful substances from it. The discharge of that undesirable substances into water lead to the water pollution. The substances that bring about the undesirable means unwanted change are called pollutants. Then our next point is the sources of water pollution. First is the industrial waste. Industries and the factories produce a large amount of waste that contain the toxic chemicals. They contain the pollutants such as the lead, mercury, sulfur, and many other harmful chemicals. Many industries do not have a proper waste management system and drain the system waste in a fresh water which goes into the rivers, canals, and later into the sea. Then second is the mining activity. Actually, the mining activity means is the extraction of the valuable minerals and the other material from the earth. That mining operations create a negative environmental impact. That activity release the several harmful metal and the toxic element which they when mix up with the water and contaminate it. Number 3 is a accidental oil leakage. Oil spill is a huge concern as a large amount of oil enter into the sea and does not dissolve in water. This poses the problems for the aquatic animals and the plants. After that is a chemical fertilizers and the pesticides. These are used by farmers for the better yield and to protect the crops from insect and bacteria. When these chemicals are mixed up with water and flow down into rivers and canals, causes the serious damage to the aquatic animals. These nutrients rich water promotes the growth of weeds resulting in a eutrophication. Next is a leakage from the sewer line. A small leakage from the sewer line can contaminate the underground water. After that, leakage from the landfills. Landfills are a huge piles of garbage that produces the awful smell. When it rains, the landfill may leak and pollute the underground water with a large variety of contaminants. Then next is a domestic waste. It is the waste generated in a homes due to day-to-day activities, human excreta, then food waste, plastic wrappers, soaps and detergent are normal garbage generated in a homes. Wastewater generated carries waste in a solution or in the form of suspension. Such a dirty water is called sewage or a wastewater. Simply, sewage means the wastewater and the human excreta from the homes and the other buildings which is carried away in a sewers is called sewage. The impurities dissolved in it are called contaminants. The draining sewage properly is very important because indiscipline and careless disposal causes the serious environmental and public health issues. An effective drainage system is essential for the following reasons. Drinking of the water contaminated with the sewage will spread a diseases in a public which can even lead to the death. The discharge of untreated sewage into rivers and seas can also kill fish and other aquatic animals. Since it is very harmful, untreated sewage should not be allowed to run into rivers, lakes, seas, and underground. Sewage water should be treated suitably before releasing it back to the environment. The processing of the sewage to remove the pollutants and make it harmless so that it may be disposal of safely in a river, etc. is called a sewage treatment plant. That sewage that statin puddles and the pool breeds vectors of the diseases such as the mosquitoes and flies. It also causes or spread the diseases like jaundice, malaria, cholera and other such diseases. That sewage also pollute the fresh water sources and the public water distribution system. That polluted water act as a carrier of harmful pathogenic organisms that spread the diseases. Exposed draining of the sewage, especially from hospital and industries, can causes the community health problems. Then our next most important point is the sewage system. See, in house or in a public buildings, generally there are two sets of pipes. One set of pipe bring a clean drinking water into house, and other set of pipe take away the wastewater, means the sewage produced in house. The clean water supply pipe are narrow where the wastewater carrying pipes are much wide. The pipe which carry the wastewater from houses and other buildings is buried under the ground. The underwater pipe which carry away the dirty drainage water and the waste matter such as from the toilets etc. is called sewer. The provision of drainage at the place by laying the sewer under the ground is called sewerage. If somehow we could see through the ground, we would see a network of big and small interconnected pipes are called sewers forming a sewerage. Actually, sewerage is an underground network of interconnected pipes that transport or carry the sewage from the place where it is produced means from home and other buildings to the sewage treatment plant means is also called a wastewater treatment plant where it is processed. After that, most important point is a wastewater treatment plant. The sewage water has to be treated before it is let off into water bodies. For this process, sewage is treated in a wastewater treatment plant. There are three steps to treat wastewater for is a primary, secondary and tertiary. Let us start with a primary treatment. Primary treatment of the sewage happen in a three stages. First stage is a screening, second is a grit removal and third is a sedimentation. So number 1 is a screening. The wastewater entering in the sewage treatment plant is a first pass through a bar screen. This process is called screening. The bar screen removes the large rubbish object like rags, sticks, cans, plastic bags, means polythene bags, then napkins, sanitary towels, etc. from the wastewater because they cannot pass through the holes of the bar screen. Thus, the screening removes the large pieces of the rubbish from the wastewater. These big pieces of rubbish is caught by the bar screen are removed from time to time. Then, after screening, the second step is a grit removal. See, the wastewater passing through the bar screen is made to flow slowly through a tank called a grit removal means is a sand removal tank. As wastewater flows slowly, the grit and the sand present in it settle down at the bottom of the tank. This grit and the sand is removed from the tank from time to time. These particles are removed as a might damage pump. Then third step is a sedimentation tank. It is performed after the grit removal by passing the water through the large tank. Commonly it's called a sedimentation tank. The wastewater is passed into the sedimentation tank and allowed to stand there for a while. Most of the solid matter settle down on the sloping bottom of the sedimentation tank in the form of sludge. Thus, the solid part of the sewage is called sludge. In this way, the first sedimentation tank separate the solid organic sludge from the rest of the wastewater.